So you're trying to figure out, do I go all in with Warhammer 40k or do I start with Kill Team and keep things smaller? Sounds like a simple choice, right? You have your big army versus small squad. Nah, it's not that clean for you. Because once you actually get into it, these games are completely different in how they play, how they feel, and how much they'll pull out of your wallet. So before you start buying boxes and stacking up that pile of plastic, let's make sure you pick the one that actually fits you. Warhammer 40k and Kill Team are in the same universe of 40k, but they do not feel the same game at all. Most people getting into hobby think Kill Team is just a smaller version of 40k. Same rules, same feel, just fewer models. Nope. That's where things start to fall apart very quick for new players. You got one game where you're pushing full armies, tanks, massive characters across the table, and another where every single model matters and one bad move can flip the whole match for you. So the real question is, what should you actually start with? Because picking the wrong one can waste your time, waste your money, and honestly just kill your momentum early on in this miniatures hobby. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which one fits you better, not just what sounds cool on the box. Warhammer 40k is a full-scale warfare. You're running an army. We're talking squads, characters, vehicles, sometimes absolute monsters just stomping across the table. It feels big, it feels thematic, and when everything hits at once, it feels like a full-on war zone for you. Now, Kill Team, on the other hand, it is a complete opposite direction. You've got a handful of operatives where every move matters, every position matters, and you're thinking way more about angles, cover, and timing instead of just overwhelming your opponent with models and firepower. It's basically the difference between commanding an army and leading a squad through a mission. And that sounds simple, but that one difference changes everything about how the game feels. But once people hear small game, the next thing they always jump to is, all right, it's got to be cheaper, right? Kill Team can be cheaper to start with. So you grab your box, you build your team, you're technically ready to play. That feels great, especially if you're just getting into the hobby and don't want to drop a ton of money right away. But here's the tricky part with Kill Team that you don't really expect. Most Kill Teams come in one box, but not always the exact setup you want. So now you're grabbing another box, then you see another faction that looks cool, so you grab that one too. Because these boxes, they're not too pricey compared to Warhammer. And next thing you know, you got 4 different teams sitting on your table. And you're still not locked in to which army you want. And that's before you even get into the terrain, the rules. Extra bits and all that, it stacks up pretty fast. Now 40k hits different. The boxes cost more, no question about that. But because they cost more, most people don't go out and buy 5 combat patrols at once. You pace yourself and you build one army over time. Unless you're out here buying every combat patrol day one. If that's you, respect that, man. That's dedication. Kill Team gets you in cheaper, but it can quickly get expensive if you start hopping between different factions. Now let's talk about something that hits beginners even harder than money. Actually getting your stuff ready to play. We're going to dive into the hobby time and getting models ready for tabletop. This is where Kill Team really shines for beginners. You're building and painting maybe 5 to 10 models, that's it. You can realistically have a full painted team ready pretty fast. And that early on win feels huge when you're just starting out in this hobby. Now compare that to 40k, you're looking at 40 to 50, sometimes 60 models, depending on the faction you chose. That's a whole lot of building and painting. And if you're not careful, that turns into a pile of gray plastic real quick. But now if you're playing something like Custodes, you cheat the system a little bit here. You might be closer to 20 to 30 models and feel pretty good. But for most armies, it's a grind. And if you don't pace yourself, that's where burnout creeps in. So Kill Team gets you playing faster. But once you're actually at the table, that's where these games really start to separate. What's the game time difference between Kill Team and 40k? So let's talk about how long these games actually take, because that could be a deciding factor if you want a smaller game or a larger game. Warhammer 40k, once you know what you're doing, usually lands around the 3 to 4 hour mark for a match. That's what you hear a lot. But when you're new, that can easily stretch way past that. You're checking the rules, you're asking questions, trying to figure things out as you go, and that stuff adds. Now, on the other hand, Kill Team is shorter, usually around an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Again, that's once you understand the flow. Starting out, it'll still take longer, but it's way easier to get a full game in without blocking off your entire day. And let's be honest for a second, those times never include the actual experience. The talking, the joking around with your opponent, the hold on, what does that ability do again? Then you got to grab some snacks and all that. We're not just standing there rolling dice in silence. So time-wise, Kill Team is easier to fit into your schedule. But it's not about how long the game takes, it's how that time actually feels while you're playing. So let's dive into the turn structure for each of these games. This right here is going to be the biggest difference of the two games. In Warhammer 40k, it's full turns. I go, then you go. I move everything, shoot everything, fight everything. Then it's your turn to do the same. Now, there are some exceptions, certain stratagems and certain cards let the other player go on your turn, but for the most part, I go, then you go. Now, don't get me wrong, the system works. It's been there forever. But the downside is, when it's not your turn, you're mostly just watching. Yeah, you might roll a save here and there, but for the most part, you're sitting there watching your army get worked over. Now, Kill Team, that flips that completely. You activate one operative, then your opponent activates one operative. Back and forth the whole game. That means you're constantly involved, you're reacting, adjusting, making decisions every few seconds instead of waiting for your next big turn. It keeps the game moving a little faster, and it keeps both players locked in. Where 40k can feel, all right, let me do everything, now your turn. Kill Team feels more like a constant back and forth fight. And depending on how you like that difference alone might decide which one you want to go with. You might like the back and forth more consistently, or you might like to plan your whole turn out, let them do theirs, and while they're doing theirs, you're planning out your whole next move. It just depends. And now on top of that, the way you actually build your force is different too. List building and rules for Warhammer 40k and Kill Team, completely different also. Warhammer 40k runs on a point system. Every unit has a cost, and you're building up to a set total, usually around 2,000 points. You got detachment unit options, updates that change the value. There's a lot going on with the point system, especially if you're just getting out. It could be a little bit overwhelming. Kill Team, on the other hand, is more structured. You got a defined list of operatives you can take, and you're picking from that. It's quicker to put together, and you're not digging through updates trying to figure out which one is still on your list. But don't get it twisted, though. Kill Team still has its depth. It just focuses it differently. 40k spreads complexity across your whole army. Kill Team concentrates it into a smaller group of models. So one isn't brain dead easy, and the other isn't impossible. They just challenge you in very different ways. And when you step back and look at everything, cost, time, gameplay, it really comes down to one thing. So which should you start with? That is the big question we are here to answer today. If you want to get into games fast, paint less models, and stay engaged the whole time while you're playing, Kill Team is probably going to feel a lot better for you. You can try different factions quicker, your games move faster, and you're constantly making decisions. It's a great entry point if you want to learn the hobby without committing to a full army right away. But if what got you into Warhammer was big battles, the tanks, the characters, the armies clashing on the table, then 40k is where you want to be. It takes longer to build up, it costs more up front, and the games are longer. But when everything comes together, it hits way different than Kill Team does. So don't just pick what looks easier. Pick what actually gets you excited to sit down, build, paint, and play. Because that's what's going to keep you in the hobby long term. Now, if you're leaning toward Warhammer 40k, but you're not sure what army to start with, that's where most people get stuck. So check out this video right here, where I break down how to pick your first army without wasting money or ending up with something you don't enjoy playing. And if you're getting into Warhammer and want straight answers without all the confusion, hit that subscribe button below. As always, may your dice roll hot and your brushes flow paint.